Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Today I'm going to be having a look at Folktale. This is a game that's currently in a very early alpha. At the minute the game literally just consists of a tutorial, which I'm going to show you the very first part of, because it's about a 3-hour tutorial, the first mission is. But yeah, when you buy into this game you basically get access to the forums and you can basically help make choices around the game which they'll start to develop. That kind of general idea. So I'll hop in and you can get a feel for the game. And there should be some story in this as well, just to give you a brief outline of what the game's about. Remember, this is alpha, so don't judge it too harshly. This is just a give you a snippet of what it's all about.
For months your people have struggled through swamps and forests, across deserts and frozen wastes, battling storms and high seas that threatened to dash them against the rocks. They came to escape from the tyranny of the evil Lord Blackdark, whose rogue financiers had crushed the population to little more than indentured slaves. Fleeing a land where toast is rationed to only the select few and the good people eat only stale bread, your brave subjects have fought and suffered before arriving on the shores of this remote island. It is here they hope to find peace and tranquility, where they can farm and build a new... Oh look, there's Bernard. Hello. Where was I? Oh yes, to a land where your people can build a new society where freedom and toast are available to everyone. And it is up to you, our steely-eyed leader, to build a brighter future for your brave pioneers. Because let's face it, the villagers aren't the sharpest swords in the rack. This is the world of Folktale.
So there you go, that's the intro for the game. Give you a rough idea what it's all about.
Welcome to our new village.
Now it'll just give you the brief tutorial.
Moving the mouse
so we've got to move over to here.
Will move you in that direction.
Yeah, we've got it here.
Set to work building a windmill and planting wheat fields that can be harvested.
Windmill, there you go.
Superb! Our villagers will set to work hammering and sawing.
So as you can basically tell, this is a bit of like an RTS game, doing all your city management, all that kind of stuff. But it's got similar to games like Creator that I'm currently playing on my channel. You can make small groups and send them out to do adventuring and all this kind of stuff, and you basically set it up so that you can create your own healer. So you make little adventure groups and go around, and then you can do a story. You should see more of that very soon. I'll try and show you some of the builds you can do for we need a wheat field, so get that build in. If any of you have played some of your older Age of Empire games and all this kind of stuff, you'll feel quite familiar with many of these kind of stuff.
Ready. Train a farmer by selecting a free villager and right-clicking on the windmill.
Right, so we want a...
What now? Huh? On my way.
See, that's the other thing. It says right-click in there. It's actually left-clicking you've got to do.
Great.
Just
trained your first specialist. The farmer will tend to the fields, planting seeds and harvesting wheat before delivering it to the windmill to be milled into flour. Your villagers will then be able to buy flour from the storehouse to make bread, generating more income for us. We should build a woodcutter's lodge close to the woods and train one of our folk to be a woodcutter.
So there's my little woodcutter's lodge. Lodge. As you can see, you can zoom in nice and close in this game as well, so you can get a good look at your people doing what they got to do. It's all quite well animated considering this is alpha at the minute. But it was basically decided by the community this is going to be a very sandboxy game. So that's currently what they're doing, is they're building all the sandbox assets to basically give you everything that you could possibly want. So yeah. It should be cool when they finally get it out to being beta and then full release. I've played through the campaign, I think twice, just because it's one of them games that it was just really nice to play.
Now select one of our folks and send them to the woodcutter's lodge for training.
You're a woodcutter now. Off you pop. Ta-ta! Right. Capture the old log. Oh, I keep misclicking.
Something to do?
Something to do? Right, you've all got to go up there. Really? Yes, really. Really, 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 truly. So there you go, that'll start to capture now.
Resource secure.
Da da da.
Our woodcutter will chop down trees and saw logs into planks that can be
So
used
now-
to construct other buildings. We'll also need more iron bars and stone. Build an iron smelt near the iron mine and train a miner.
Isn't this where you've got to fight your way through them or something? No, maybe not. Okay. Right, so we need to build an iron smelt. So yeah, the controls are nice and smooth at the start. It's like hold down right mouse button, you can turn the cameras, all that kind of stuff. So then you got your traditional drag boxes like you get in many RTSs and all that kind of stuff. It's just, it works just like a proper RTS game, but there's just that little bit more to do in it than usual. And the humour of the game is one that I like quite a lot. It's got quite a unique little way of doing it. So, I don't where the hell are these things
Yes,
going?
Petal.
Just do what you want, whatever. But yeah, you get like a constant supply of villagers coming in based on the houses you've got. Like they actually come in via boat on the port, so they don't just appear like they do in many games. They actually have to arrive on a boat. So you've got to make a decent village to make people want to come to you, come live in your village, so that you can actually do anything. It's really cool. It's slightly more explained than most.
Before our miner can get to work, we need to clear out the rat infestation near the
You
mine
three that are there,
and hoist our faction flag to state our
go on.
claim. Select one or more villagers and right-click on one of the rats near the iron mine.
There you go.
Petal.
Pick on someone your own size.
I'll take all of that. And I'll take all of that.
Oh, well done. Now move some of our villagers close to the faction flag until it changes to our blue colours.
Right away.
When
There
the
you go,
flag
you
is
go
at the
do
top
that.
of the pole, we gain control of the result.
Boom. There you go.
Superb. Now build a stonecutter's lodge near the stone quarry and train one of our villagers to be a stonecutter.
Right. Stonecutter's Lodge. There you go. So that's that a building. So this is obviously all your basics of setting up your own little village. So you got your usual resources and all that kind of general jargon. I'm sure many of you are very familiar with this kind of game. But it's the little unique things in it that make this game worthy of attention. It's a game that I've noticed gets
building
overlooked
options
a lot
are
of the minute because of the fact that it's only an alpha.
What now?
Don't get me wrong, I do quite understand that it's,
On my way.
you know, when it's only a tutorial mission, most people aren't really going to want to part with money so they can get into the get into a tutorial essentially. But at the very least, it's worth keeping an eye on for when it's more developed.
Resource secure.
So yeah, that's the fundaments of that bit. Now, oh, there we go, more story.
Oh, is that it, bruv? What did the big man say? Big man? He says he's been talking to them Weirfu monks who is like all the way up on the mountain, innit? Innit though? They is proper in the clouds. And they see all these like filthy human beings getting comfy on our turf. All building villages and thing, you get me, bruv? I hear you, man. So the big man reckons they is all our property and he'll get some wicked coin for them, innit? What's the plan? We go down there and they're all like, oh no, please don't make us into slaves. And we like take them back up to the big man. They got any protection, bruv? Nah, man, that's the best thing. They got nothing. Let's do this. I hear you, man. Let's do it. Listen up. He was all the property of the slave master Urzal. He is taking some of you to be his slaves. The rest of you better shut it or we will take all of you. This is our village now. You get me, yeah?
Well, I guess we ain't alone on this island no more.
So what are we gonna do, lads?
Well, we can't just leave them to the goblins, can we, dear boy? We should go and rescue them.
But we're not soldiers and we ain't got no swords or nothing.
If we don't go and get 'em back, them goblins will be thinking we's all just here like turkeys waiting for Thanksgiving.
We need volunteers. Good, brave lads who can go on a rescue mission.
What about you, Bernard? After all, they did take your wife.
Well, I'm sure she'll be fine.
Well, I can't go. I've got, important buildings to make.
Shoot, I can't go. I've got important, logs to chop.
And I've got, important, holes to dig.
Hey, didn't they also take Jethro the farmer?
What?
They took Jethro. You know, the farmer.
But that means...
What?
That means that we can't grow wheat.
So?
If we can't grow wheat, then we can't make bread.
So?
If we can't make bread, then...
What is it, man?
That means we can't have toast. That's it, boys. We're going to get Jethro.
Aren't you forgetting someone?
Oh yeah, best get the wife too. Let's get tooled up. One of your buildings caught fire.
So yeah, that was a bit of the story. You'll have to. I did notice a little bit then that the audio and the the video itself had gone slightly out. So, but again, that could be partially my PC and maybe the fact that it's alpha. But either way, don't judge it harshly. It's done that a few times. So what am I doing now? I'm building the barracks. That was it. So I'll do a little bit more. Just so this is. I'll try and get to the bit just where you can basically see the more RTS stuff, with the way you actually like control little squads of people, and you can give them gear and all that kind of stuff to make them stronger. And then as they fight, they gain like experience levels, so they become like lieutenants and all that kind of stuff, which is nice. They get nice strong. Although after in one of the tutorials I had this one squad stupidly strong, and I thought, yeah, these guys are awesome. And then I lost loads of them in what I bit off a little bit more than I can chew, and yeah, it ended quite badly. So we're going to try and load of these guards. Well, we're going to try and load them into a guards.
To rescue the villagers, we should give our militia some combat training. There are some mischievous-looking critters close to the village. Clear them out, and let's see if there's anything interesting to be found.
So yeah, now we'll go.
Have arrived.
There you go, new villagers have arrived.
Onward to victory
And off we go. But you can have these patrolling the town as well, because you can start to get, to my knowledge, they're going to be putting into they can get crime and things like that as well. And these guys will patrol the town and basically stop people doing crime. So they're like a police force as well as just sending them out as adventurers. But you can do all sorts with them. You can. They also have like inventory screens, so you can fully gear them up like you can in things like Diablo and all this kind of thing. And we have some action points here. It's all kinds of stuff you can do. As you can see, much more effective than killing things with peasants.
Yes?
Now you've got the basics of combat. We should explore beyond the village borders and see if we can pick up the trail left by the goblins.
Double time!
Pretty sure we're going up here now.
Quick march! 'Tis an honor!
Yeah, here we go, we got a little camp here.
You're looking at me!
Manpower to keep growing at this rate. Constructing 2 more cottages will encourage new settlers to arrive on the boats.
Well, I'm not going to bother with the village again for a little bit. I'm just going to try and get
Time to die!
just through here, show you the next little bit of story. And then I'll probably end it there, because I think then you'll have seen generally enough to make up your own opinions of whether this game's something you'd be worth looking into. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you want to see more, then like the video and drop me a comment. Mainly drop me a comment if you want to see more, because obviously if you just like the video, that would be very kind of you in general.
All Orders, as you wish.
So, because that helps me out a lot. So we want to be going to talk to this fella
Away
now.
I go.
So we'll just go and talk to him, and then yeah, I think we'll call the episode there. So I've had this game sitting in Steam for ages, and I've been meaning to record it for ages, so I finally got round to actually doing it. It's like so many games that I've got to get on the channel. I've got them all sitting there ready, and just haven't actually got round to doing them yet. So I will try and get some of these more interesting games out soon.
Move out.
I'll talk to him then. There we go.
What was that?
Oh, Hobbles! My beautiful Hobbles! They've stolen you away from me!
You all right, mate?
No, I am not all right. Those filthy goblins have stolen my Hobbles away from me. Oh, I can't stand the thought of their filthy, rough hands all over him. I feel faint. No!
Who are you? And what you doing out here in the middle of nowhere anyway?
I am Camfrey Mageflower, and Lord Blackdark banished Hobbles and I for living an, alternative lifestyle.
What, for being,
No, silly! Hobbles is my familiar.
Oh, right, that's like a pet, is it?
More than a pet, we have a magical bond. Our minds and souls are intertwined in a beautiful, penetrating partnership. Lord Blackdark banned all wizards from having familiars. He thought it was creepy.
Sounds a bit overly familiar to me.
Well, yes. We were banished to this hellhole, and now my beautiful Hobbles has been taken from me. I must get him back, no matter what the cost. I can't do this on my own. I need some big, strong lads to help me.
Well...
I heard the goblins talking about some settlers they'd kidnapped from a nearby village. They must be on the other side of this wall. Now, the first problem is how we break through these gates. I think this may be a bit much for even your rippling physique. So how do we get through? Let me think. Aha! Hobbles and I were looking for somewhere warm to snuggle up the other night, and we happened on an old golem. We could use that to bash through the gates. If I remember correctly, it was a McDongle Mark IV, so you'll need to insert a McDongle's gem of rebooting to reset its commands before it will obey you. Now, I've seen a gem of rebooting. Where was that? Ah, yes, the deserted monastery up on White Peak. Watch out for the monks, who found enlightenment by becoming werewolves and now practice were-fu. It's like Kung Fu, but hairier. Fetch the gem of rebooting, activate the golem, then bring it back here. Then we can use it to break down the doors and rescue Hobbles and the villagers. Hurrah!
Right you are, sir.
So there you go. Again, the audio went out quite badly there. So yeah, that's the kind of a little first look at Folktale. Give you a feel for it. If you want to see the rest, because basically what they showed you there, that bit is basically what you would then do in the rest of the mission. So like you've got the golem and stuff over here. So we'd be coming to all these kind of places and fighting our way through everything. But yeah, so if you do want to see any more of that, if you let me know, then I'll do it for you. If you don't, then well, it's one less job for me, so it's fine. Yeah. So there you go. That's the end of it. Thank you for watching. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and drop me a comment. And I hope to see you all soon. Subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching. Take care.